It is yet another beautiful day at the heart of Kisumu County, most popularly known as the hotspot of maandamano. And as we talk about maandamano, we realize that there are many causes as to why people or the Kenyans engage into the maandamano. So here today we want to engage the public so that we can be able to hear the reasons as to why they are going for maandamano, and also so that we are able to know, is maandamano a good thing or a bad thing? And as we are going to reason with them, we are also going to check on how maandamano or bad politics is going to derail the economy of Kenya. So let us engage our first person.
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Kevin Gala. I'm a resident here of Kisumu County, though I come from Kindu Bay. Now, it is now 60 years down the line since independence. And while we're celebrating our last Independence Day, there's one legend called Gitu Kaingeri, who said that we missed the cause for the struggle of independence in 1963. The real war that Kenya fought for was not achieved. And instead, betrayers are the people who came and took over. And hence, that day to date, Kenya has never achieved anything positive. Now, if you look at Kenyan elections to date, the truth is Kenyans have always been going for an election to elect the leader through a popular initiative. But unfortunately, in every election, a few individuals sit down to design who is going to be the president of Kenya. Raila Amolo Odinga is one of the people who have struggled so many times to come into power, to change the Kenya that we want. But 5 times he's been contesting, being that he's a leader who's coming from this region. After every election, his victory is stolen. Fast forward 2022, we, the residents of Kisumu County, have now decided that enough is enough. Our votes must count. There will be no any other election if 2022 does not count. The challenges we are seeing in Kenya today is due to lack of democracy and freedom in this country. And we are ready to die for this country in order for our future children to find a better Kenya that we want. If you look at the pillars of this nation, none of them is succeeding because all we've been having are rogue leaders. Corruption is the major evil in Kenya that has made Kenya not to thrive. We have all the resources in Kenya, but each and every leadership that comes in after every election looks for other people to take over what is ours, and we remain with nothing. So that is why today we are saying, as a Luo community and our brothers from other regions, we are going to stand behind Raila because he stands for the cause and the goodwill of changing this country called Kenya. Therefore, anybody who is trying to divide Kenyans, we are telling him there is no way that will happen. And Ruto, who stole our victory, you call yourself commander, chief, whatever, the armed forces. That is not why we elected you. We elected you to rule Kenya. Even if some people elected you, that is what they were expecting from you. But instead, you have made life even more difficult for even those who are supporting you. So that is why in this demonstration, we are coming out to show that enough is enough. Enough is enough, and we are not going back on this. You may order all your mercenaries against Kenyans. You may order your minister to use all the machineries that he's got to kill Kenyans. But we are saying we are ready to die for this one.
I think tunaongea tu lugha ya Kiswahili. Asante sana kwa maswali ya dada yangu. Ameuliza swali ambao ni nyeti kabisa. swali mzuri sana. Ati kwa nini wao elections na siasa zinaharibu uchumi yetu ya taifa ama mambo yetu ya nchi yetu ya Kenya? Mimi nataka kusema Kenya kinaharibu hii nchi yetu ya Kenya ni wale viongozi ambao tumeweka kwa katika hizo offices. Nikianza na idara ya IEBC. IEBC ndio chances za problem one Kenyans because IEBC hawako ready kudeliver ile mawazo ya mwananchi ambao wewe umetoka umeenda kupiga kura yako, ili ukimaliza kupiga kura yako sasa uongoje maendeleo yenye ulipiga kura yako. Lakini the IEBC wao kazi yao ni kufanya zile vitu ambazo ziko tofauti na matakwa ya wananchi ya Kenya. Hiyo ni number 1 inatushow sisi kama wa Kenya hatuwezi kuwa na amani. Lazima pia tutasidi tu kuwa na masiasa mbaya, kutusiana kwa sababu hakuna mwenye sasa amekubali na mwenzake. Ya pili ni kama court zetu za Kenya pia zimefail pakubwa kumaliza hizi issues za uchaguzi. For example, kama uchaguzi uliopita juzi hapa, judges na lawyers na almost hiyo Supreme Court mzima walijua vizuri uchaguzi ulifanyika ya mbaya na yenye inaweza leta mfurukano katika hii nchi yetu na kukuwa na ile mambo tunaita kuaminiana. Sasa badala wafanye ile kitu yenye inaitwa neutral, wao wameenda the one side. Hiyo pia inachangia uchumi yetu ya taifa la Kenya inadorora. Ndio maana tunasisitiza kama wafuasi wa Azimio ambao bado tuko kwenye Azimio. Tunataka tulete reforms yenye tukienda kwa election ya 2027 hatutakuwa tunalia. Tunatoka kwa election na tunaongoza to deliver kwa wenye tuliwachagua. Kwa hivyo my appeal kwa baba yetu Raila Amolo Odinga, kwa sababu huo ndio rais wangu, huo ndio mimi namtambua. Raila Amolo Odinga must stand firm ili nchi yetu isonge mbele. Tutoe walafi, wakora, wauni wenye wameua wa Kenya wengi kupitia mambo ya vitu zenye wanataka. Kwa hivyo mimi nasema, dada yangu, mimi nakwambia hivi, shida yetu ya Kenya yenye imefanya sasa unaniuliza mambo ya uchumi na siasa, nimekueleza vizuri, tupate the institutions zile ambao zinafuata sheria. I think unanipata vizuri. Zile the institutions zenye zinafuata sheria. Tuanze na institution ya kwanza, IEBC. The IEBC wako ready kufanya uchaguzi free and fair kwa everybody. Hawako ready. Kwa hivyo wao ndio wanafanya hii nchi yetu inakuwa na msukosuko. Since tuanze na ile uchaguzi wa ule mzee. Sijui hata ninaitwa na huyu mzee alitueleza hata juu nani alishinda. Kivitu. Kwa hivyo mimi mambo yangu ni machache, niwaachie mwenzangu pia endelee na kutoa mawazo yake. Mimi nasema we want viongozi ambao wanataka kutumikia Wakenya. Sio viongozi ambao wanataka kutumikia tumbo zao na maisha zao. Asanteni sana.
Thank you so much. I'm George Mboya, aka Dr. Marco Pieta. The question that I'm going to talk about or I'm going to answer is quite pertinent, and I want to give it an attention that it deserves. It is about politics and economy. Somebody said that good policies and good ideologies are as good as they are implemented. You may have good policies or good ideas, but unless those ideas are implemented, they are rubbish. When we were coming to the elections, the Kenya Kwanza side promised Kenyans heavens, earth and heaven. What they are now giving Kenyans is hell. And I want to tell Kenyans this way, that you can never have a rogue government and deliver on the manifestos or deliver on the policies that are human-oriented or that are people-based or people-oriented. Politics affects economy directly. It is because of dirty politics that we found ourselves where we are today. We are demonstrating because of the draconian laws that are being made by the politicians. We are demonstrating because of the wrong policies that are being made by the politicians. We are demonstrating because of the pathological lies that are given to us by the politicians. We are demonstrating because we are being told that we are not Kenyans. We need to find ourselves another country. I want to appeal to the leadership of this country that until the Kenyan politics is going to be cleansed, then we must expect a downward trend in the economy of this country. The economy can only pick up, it can only rise when we have good policies in place and we have people who have a genuine intention to liberate Kenyans from these economic wrong things. I want to tell the leadership that installed itself in power that you cannot keep on threatening Kenyans. If you are at all sober in your minds, I think you would have given Kenyans their latitude, their democratic space to speak out their minds, because that is what is entrenched in the Constitution. Article 37 of the Constitution says this, that if somebody wants to demonstrate or if somebody wants to picket, the person or the group or the organization is only to inform the police of the date and the places. They need to be given security. We don't need to ask for permission. But because you've made it your own country, you've made it your own government, you've made it your own law, you are mutilating the Constitution day and night. And then you pick only the areas that you feel are favorable to you. We are telling you that if you cannot give us the economic desires that you spoke about during the campaign period, we are going to bring it to ourselves. We are coming for it. And I want my last appeal to the Kenyans. Let us walk out in large numbers. Let nobody cheat us that demonstration destroy properties. If you look at the history of the big economics in the world, the economies in the world, look at America. They are the superpower because they had their struggles, and they did their struggles faithfully and with a lot of passion. It is out of the passion that they can now enjoy the title of being the world's superpower. We might not be superpower because you are in where you are, but we are going to show you that the mandate that has been given to us by the Constitution, we have the superpower and the sovereign power, and we are coming for you. Thank you.
So that was just but a few of the compliments and the comments from these citizens. And as you can see, it is obvious that bad politics has continued to affect the economy in Kenya. And yes, bad politics include bad governance, it includes political differences, it includes many other things. Like for example, electing a leader who gives us promises but they do not fulfill the promises they had. Has become one of the greatest challenges that Kenyans are facing in the country as at now. And as we have heard from these Kenyans, we understand that the Constitution was fought for, and during the fighting of this Constitution, all the Kenyans have been given the rights and the freedom to express how they feel. They have a right to vote, as well as they have their right to go out to the streets because they understand what they are doing. And anytime that you feel you are contrary to what the government says, you have a right to be heard. And the only way the Kenyan government can be heard is through maandamano, as according to these citizens. And that is all for today. My name is Benis Merrill, reporting for Kenya Finest.